It's an early morning here in Disney Springs, and we are here to have brunch at Homecomin. This is one of the most popular restaurants at Disney Springs for dinner. But did you know they're also serving up some of the best brunch at Disney World? And we are diving right into this amazing menu, so let's go eat. And not only is Homecomin one of my all-time favorite restaurants at Disney Springs, it's also one of the most difficult to find a reservation for. And speaking of, I currently don't have a reservation to Homecomin, so I'm really hoping they have some availability for me. I'm gonna walk up and check it out. It's my lucky day. My table was ready right away, and we're heading inside to Homecomin. We've got a nice little table right by the window. Honestly, I have a great view. I can see Planet Hollywood, I can see the water, the Lux Burger, one of my favorite spots right next to me, Blaze Pizza. This is a great table. And I've always had pretty good luck walking up here at Homecomin. So they do have the bar that is just like first come, first serve. You can pretty much always find a seat at the bar. If you're just looking for drinks, they do have like a walk-up bar as well that you can just grab and go with drinks. But anytime I want to eat here, I pretty much am able to find a seat at the bar or get a walk-up table. A lot of times the Disney Springs restaurants reserve a lot of tables for walk-up. I feel like it's just that kind of place. You know, people don't make reservations, they're just walking around shopping, and then they decide last minute, hey, I want to eat here. So they always save quite a bit of reservations, and I could almost never find a reservation at Homecomin, but every time I try, I pretty much am able to walk up and get a table. So if you can't find a reservation, don't lose hope. Try and walk up, they might be able to help you out. The restaurant is pretty busy today, but last time I came for brunch with some friends, we couldn't find a reservation at all. We got here a little bit before 10 and the restaurant was pretty empty. Like, we were seated right away. So like I said, don't lose out hope. Always try and walk up. If not, you got the bar. Okay, let's take a look at this menu here, the Rise and Shine Southern Brunch. We've got our starters there, our features, our entrees, our kids' meals, but I do want to look over the cocktails first. Now, they are known for their moonshine, which I can confirm is very good. They have a bunch of different like specialty moonshine beverages here, but they also have some craft cocktails, including an espresso martini that I hear is very, very good. Everyone seems to rave about the espresso martini from here at Homecomin. I have never got it because it kind of throws me off a little. I feel like I'm like an espresso martini snob these days because I've had so many and I just enjoy them so much. I know exactly what I want. And I don't seem to like an espresso martini if it's made with cold brew instead of espresso. I feel like the espresso is necessary to give it that like strong, really strong, rich coffee flavor that I like. And this one is made with cold brew. Well, cold brew concentrate. So maybe it's a little bit stronger. Maybe the concentrate aspect of it will like kick it up a notch in the strongness of the coffee flavor. We'll see, but I did order it. This espresso martini has Mr. Black coffee liqueur, caramel vodka, and cold brew concentrate. It's all mixed together and shaken to a frothy delight. My first Homecomin espresso martini. We do have 3 beans. They're a little hidden. They're a little bit under the foam. And speaking of foam, one of the major keys to a good espresso martini for me is a very thick foam, which unfortunately this doesn't have the thickest of foams. It's a very thin layer of foam, but I will say the coffee scent is strong, so let's try it out. Cheers, guys. Cheers to our Homecomin brunch. Okay, Homecomin. I am definitely surprised at how much I enjoy this espresso martini. What I love most about it is that slight flavor of caramel coming through. Now, I have a lot of requirements, like I said, when it comes to a good espresso martini. 1 is it must have 3 beans. 2 is it must have a thick foam. 3 is it must have no cream. I don't like a creamy espresso martini. And 4 is it has to have a strong, really strong espresso flavor while also being able to taste the alcohol. And a little bonus is if it has a flavor in it, I don't want it to overpower and make it too sweet. I don't like too sweet of an espresso martini. And I feel like this one is a really good balance. The slice of the hint of the caramel vodka is just like, it's perfect enough. It just adds like a great flavor to it without overpowering the cocktail completely. The coffee flavor is definitely strong. I'm not tasting too much alcohol in this. And then, like I said, the foam is a little too thin for me. If this had a thicker layer of foam, I think it would be a contender for one of the best espresso martinis at Disney World. But without that thick layer of foam, I just can't rank it. Probably I can't put it in my top 5, but it is still very good and a great option if you're coming to Homecomin and you want to try an espresso martini. A good place to do it. It's really good. Now, I did mention my top espresso martinis at Disney World, and I'm going to link a video. I actually did like an espresso martini crawl where my friend Allie and I, who is another espresso martini connoisseur, we went around property and tried each of our 3 favorite espresso martinis. So we tried a ton of them. My top 3 are Wine Bar George is number 1, hands down. Number 2 is Enchanted Rose, and number 3 is at the Bellevue Lounge from Megan specifically. I'm going to put a link to the video where I did that down in the description, so go check that out. It's a really fun one. If you like espresso martinis, you will definitely want to check that out. And like I said, we have a pretty good one here at Homecomin. Unfortunately, about like 5 minutes into it being here, the foam is almost non-existent, disappeared, which isn't ideal, but still very good. Now that we've got a little bit of our beverage in us, let's take a look over the menu. So they do have the full regular menu, like the lunch and dinner menu, that you can order from for brunch. You can order anything on the menu, but then they also have, can't even pick it up, the Rise and Shine Southern Brunch Specialty Menu. On it, there's some starters, the biscuits, fried green tomatoes, Everglazed donuts, and the deviled eggs. And then our entrees, Southern poutine, a little sampler plate, Hush Puppy Benedict, French toast, key lime berry parfait, breakfast sandwich, chicken and donuts, short rib hash, where's it up there? Halleluja biscuit, egg and avocado toast. The most popular thing on this menu is probably the fried chicken and donuts. It's like chicken and waffles, but just with donuts instead. And obviously, Homecomin has some amazing fried chicken. The fried chicken here, I feel like if you're coming here, especially for the first time, like you have to get something with fried chicken. So if you've never been here, you got to get something with fried chicken. The fried chicken and donuts would be a good option for you. But my favorite thing on this menu is actually the Halleluja biscuit. It's got that fried chicken on it. It's got like everything you need at a breakfast in it, and it's so good. So I definitely ordered that. And then I also ordered the egg and avocado toast. I've never had the avocado toast here, and I've been loving avocado toast lately, so I figured I'd try it out today. But one thing you will notice with this menu is it's like made for people that love a savory breakfast. There's only 2 sweet things on the menu in the French toast and the key lime berry parfait. So for me, this is like the breakfast menu of my dreams because I definitely prefer savory breakfast to sweet breakfast. There's only 2 sweet things, so that leaves a lot for me. There's like so many different things. This is a savory breakfast lover's dream, this place. Guys, the entrees have arrived, and let me just tell you, we have a lot of food to eat. They definitely do not mess around when it comes to the portion size of the plates here. I mean, like, if we're just talking about portion size alone and like bang for your buck, these dishes were like very well priced, especially when you compare it to the brunch over at Summer House. When I went to Summer House for brunch, I think I was paying about $25, like the same thing for an entree, but my plate was bare. Like there was no food. Here, you definitely do not get skimped out on the food. Like there is so much. Let's start with what I already know and love, the Halleluja biscuit. This is an open-faced biscuit topped with Chef Art's famous fried chicken, 2 over easy eggs, pimento cheese, pecan smoked bacon, and smothered in sawmill gravy with a choice of a side for $26. For my side here, I decided to go with the grits. I've never had the grits here, but last time I dined here for dinner, my server let me know that the grits are like one of the best things on the menu. She recommended the shrimp and grits, so I'm assuming these grits are like the same that they put for the shrimp and grits. I don't know, but it all looks really good. I can't wait to dive in. Now I did get the pimento cheese on the side because of my mayo issues. There is mayo in pimento cheese, so I will not be eating that. But let's do the classic egg crack. Let's see how well they're cooked. Hoping for a nice over easy. Oh man, that is definitely the perfect cook on those eggs. Look how runny that is. Oh, it looks so good. Let's load up a bite here, and this is gonna be no easy task. There is so much on this plate that we have to get onto this fork. Go for a dip in the egg there. The worst part of this dish is trying to get everything in one bite. It's so good. You've got the eggs cooked perfectly on top. The bacon isn't just like your typical bacon. It's a thick cut bacon pecan smoked, and you can really tell the difference in this bacon versus like a regular bacon that you get at a Disney restaurant. You've got that amazing sausage gravy underneath. Fried chicken thighs. I believe they're the same like pieces of fried chicken that they use on the chicken and biscuit appetizer that they have on the lunch and dinner menu. Obviously super crispy, super flavorful, super juicy. But what really does this for me is that biscuit. That cheddar biscuit on the bottom is like better than a Red Lobster biscuit, which might not sound like it's saying much, but I love Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits. I think they're amazing. These biscuits are just better. And when you get everything in one bite, it really is like just the absolute perfect breakfast combo. Wash it down with my espresso martini. What a breakfast, guys. What a breakfast. And if this chicken and biscuit wasn't enough, they also give you a side. And like there are sides on this dish in the biscuit and the bacon. But no, they just go overboard. You could select any side. You can choose from grits, bacon, potato gratin mash, country, griddled ham, and seasonal fruit. Like I said, I went with the grits. And let's try these out. I'm not usually like a grits person. They have to be really good for me to enjoy them. Like I really enjoy the grits over at Kona Cafe and Steakhouse 71. I think those are really good. But they've got to be real creamy and cheesy for me to like them. Those are really, really buttery. Real good. I definitely enjoy these. These don't have much of like a cheesy. They look very creamy and they are very creamy. I would appreciate if they like topped it with a little bit of shredded cheddar maybe. But they are very buttery and creamy and good. And I'd honestly get these again. I like them. But back to this biscuit because this is where it's really at. And like I said, make sure you guys come here hungry. This meal is huge. Like, I would honestly say you could share this. Like, this is an entree that you could 100% share. If you want to try this, but you don't have the biggest appetite, maybe come here, share this with someone else, and get like an extra side, and you will have plenty of food. It's so much. I'm gonna have a lot to take home. We are not done yet. We still have more damage to do. Let's try the fried egg and avocado toast. This has grilled Cuban bread topped with fresh avocado, fried egg, arugula, radish, and pickled red onion, drizzled with olive oil and lemon, served with a side for $22. I decided to just go all out and do it big, and as my side, I upgraded to the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese here is some of the best on property. I have it ranked at the number 3 mac and cheese on property, and I believe it was around $2 extra to upgrade to the mac and cheese, which is totally worth it for me. It's so good. Now, I've never tried the avocado toast here, but by the looks of it, this is like a big boy avocado toast. This isn't like your little dainty avocado toast that you get at places. This thing is absolutely loaded with stuff. Let's try it out. I'm trying to make my final assessment. I've taken a couple bites. The avocado itself doesn't have much seasoning on it. Like, I don't know if they put like salt and pepper on top of it, which avocado always needs a little S&P on top. It's also not very like limey. Like sometimes they make like avocado toast with like a little limier avocado. I'm just not getting much flavor. And I would appreciate like a little bit more flavor on this. The egg is cooked really nice. Obviously this is a humongous portion, just like everything else you get here. I also don't care for the bread that much. It almost tastes like it's like day-old Cuban bread. It's not bad. I just think I would prefer like a sourdough here, or maybe the bread is just not the freshest today. That could be the case. It's tasty, but not something I would get again probably unless I was looking to eat on like the healthier side. Then I guess it's a good option for you. But it's definitely not the best avocado toast I've had. Every time I get avocado toast out, I need it to like stand out, mainly because it's something that's like so easy to make at home. So if it doesn't taste as good as something that I can make at home, I'm like, eh. And I definitely think I can make an avocado toast at home better, which is kind of like big issue I'm having with this. I do think there is better avocado toast. If you're looking for a good avo toast, around the corner at the Boathouse. They also have a really good avocado toast at the Grand Floridian Cafe. Those are probably the top 2 that I've had on property. But this one is just missing something. I do like the pickled red onion on there though. I got another bite with the pickled red onion. It could honestly use more of that. But other than that, It's just lacking flavor. But I do know what's not going to be lacking flavor. This mac and cheese, all reliable. Let's see the cheese pull on this mac and cheese. And keep in mind, it has been sitting out for quite a while. This is the last thing I'm eating, so we'll see. We'll put it up to the test. This is the true test here. Oh man, that crispy outer shell. Oh yeah, it's been sitting out for a little bit too long for that killer cheese pull. The lack of cheese pull is on me, guys. I take the blame for that. I should have broken into it first because I just knew. Once you let it sit, the cheese pull isn't gonna be there. Let's try it out. I already know this is gonna be fantastic. Always amazing. That mac and cheese is gonna take me out, guys. If that doesn't, this espresso martini will though. Now guys, I think I am a little too full for dessert, but my waiter was kind enough to bring over a dessert menu so I could show you guys. They have the hummingbird cake, which is kind of what they're known for. It's like a pineapple banana cake. They also have a hot fudge bourbon brownie. There's shine cake, which is a butter cake soaked in moonshine syrup. They have the Everglazed donuts, which are just from next door down the way, the Everglazed donut place. Chocolate pecan pie, and then they also have a signature sampler, which is kind of like a little bit of everything. I must admit, I am very, very tempted to get a slice of hummingbird cake. And little hack for you, if you don't want the full slice, you can get, they call it like the chef's size or something of the hummingbird cake. And it's just a single layer of the cake for $10 instead of $14. So if you just want to try a little bit of it, you don't want the full thing, you can do that. But honestly, I am too full and I just don't want a sweet right now. So as much as I would love to show you, I am not going to get it. I'm not going to force myself to eat it. And I'm sure I'll be back to Homecomin very, very soon, and I'll get it next time. Oh man, guys, to no surprise, I am absolutely stuffed. That is definitely one thing about Homecomin. Go in hungry and you will leave full. And I definitely did today. And we are definitely done eating for the day, but we still have one more thing left to do here at Disney Springs. If you remember from my last video, I was on the lookout for that Donald Duck merchandise, that new Donald merchandise. And I hear they might have it at World of Disney. So I think we're gonna brave the weekend crowds over there and see if we can find it. World of Disney scares me, especially on a weekend. These people don't mess around when it comes to their merch. And it's not in the first room. I thought maybe it would be in the first room, and if it's not here, I think it's probably like in the center area. So let's head in there. But in front of Donald, what is this, guys? Please let me know. This new mint Mickey ice cream sandwich line confuses me on many, many levels. Mainly because they don't even sell mint Mickey ice cream sandwiches. Like, they don't even sell this in the parks, and it's so specific. Must like mint ice cream and Mickey ice cream sandwiches. It's like just such a specific piece of merchandise. Guys, I'm sorry, I have to say it, the whole Disney Eats line of merchandise, I would be the target audience for that, you know? And I just can't get behind any of it. But what I can get behind is this new Donald line. Look at how sick this sweatshirt is, guys. They have it stocked up in every single size. I think I'm gonna have to grab one. Oh, they also have it in a t-shirt, which is a little bit more practical for Orlando weather. I feel like this would be the smarter purchase here. They also have it in this little, like, I don't know what this is. It's like jersey material, almost like a hockey jersey, but just like short sleeves. That's kind of cool as well. I don't know, should I get the t-shirt or the sweatshirt? I've got the sweatshirt in my hand, but I'm not sure now. I hope you guys like this angle I've got going on, but I decided to go with the sweatshirt. I just really like the blue with the white. I'm not really like a gray t-shirt kind of person, even though that doesn't say much because I'm currently wearing a gray t-shirt. But I just really like the blue with the white. If they had the blue with the white design in t-shirt form, if it was literally this photocopied on a t-shirt, I would purchase the t-shirt. But I just really like the colors of this hoodie here. And I am going to check out, and if you didn't know, a lot of stores around Disney World offer mobile checkout. So like, I'm looking at the line right now. The entire queue for the line at the cash register is filled up, at least like 20 people in line. But I'm essentially going to cut them all because you can just mobile checkout right on the app. You just hit the three things in the three lines in the bottom right corner, and you hit merchandise checkout, scan your item right here. That simple. And then you just pay right on the app, and you essentially just like walk out, you go to one of the places, there's like certain doors that have like mobile checkout areas. So not every door, you can't walk out of every door with it, but most of the doors will have a cast member standing there, and it'll say, there will be a sign that says like mobile merchandise checkout, and you literally just pay on your phone right there. It's that simple. It's so great. Honestly, I love this feature on the app. I feel like like a lot of people don't know about it. It's kind of like a hidden feature, and it's literally a lifesaver. So you don't have to wait in these long lines. I know they don't offer it at every single store, but they offer it here at World of Disney. They offer it over at the Emporium in Magic Kingdom, Creations in Epcot, and most of like the bigger stores will have it, but always check if the store you're at has it, because I'm telling you, you'll save so much time. Seriously, such an underrated feature. It really saves you so much time, especially for people like me that avoid World of Disney at all costs, pretty much, unless I'm looking for something very, very specific that I know they'll only have there. So yeah, definitely really great. And we're done here today. What a great little morning here at Disney Springs. We got some brunching done. We've got some shopping done. I call that a success. Overall, Homecomin brunch is such a solid option that I highly, highly recommend. I don't think it's quite the best brunch at Disney World. I think that still belongs to the Boathouse as #1 brunch, but Homecomin is, it honestly, it might be #2. But keep in mind the brunch at Homecomin does only happen on weekends. So Saturdays and Sundays, get your reservations or try and walk up like me. If you are trying to walk up, I definitely recommend trying to go like earlier, between like 9 and 10:30. As I was walking out, it was definitely really, really crowded, and I'm not sure they would have been able to accommodate me at that point. But check out Homecomin. The brunch is amazing. Huge, huge shout out to all of my Patreon subscribers. And I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below in the comments what you think the best brunch at Disney World is. One of my favorite meals to eat here at the parks, at the resorts, and at Disney Springs. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.